So this is one technique that lots of people use to overcome emotions, and the strongest of emotions as well. I'm going to give it a really quick example with what I use, and it helps me a lot. And I'm going to base it off of, it can be used for any emotion, for instance, anger, anxiety, depression, any of them, any of the big ones. And it's a trigger word. So when I was younger, I used to get angry about shit all the time. Like, I used to drive a lot to work, and the beauty of driving a lot in London is you get caught in a lot of traffic, and that used to make me so angry. And the main reason was because of helplessness, right? It fucks your day up. You're late for something, you're late to meet somebody, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's not your fault. Nothing you can do about it. Can't go anywhere. You're stuck. Made me angry. So my trigger word was cool head. And for some reason, as soon as I thought of cool head, like a blue head becoming blue, I just relaxed, and I wasn't angry anymore. It just removed the emotion from me, that trigger word. And you could also use trigger images as well. Essentially just triggers in your mind. So if you're nervous about something, say for instance you're going for, I used it once when I went for an interview, right? Was it an interview? I was going somewhere and I was a bit anxious to walk in, I didn't know, for instance, you're going somewhere, and you're a bit anxious to go in, you're not sure, you're worried about who's going to be there, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, it could be anything that you're anxious about. And one of the triggers is to picture something that makes you happy. So think about something now that makes you happy every time you think of it. Yeah. So for me, I didn't have a nephew then, but I had a niece, right? Still got them both. But I just had my niece, right? And I used to just think, and even now, as soon as I think of her in my head, it just makes me happy straight away. And if you can figure something out, say for instance it's your pet dog, right? And you're out and about, and in my old job I used to meet random people, clients, people I'd never met before. I speak to them, I go and meet them, and you never know what they're going to be like, who they're going to be, what the situation's going to be like, is the conversation going to go well, etc, etc. But if I was ever anxious about meeting someone, I'd just think of my niece, just put her picture in my head, or I'd say her name 2 or 3 times out loud, and it would just make me so happy. No matter who I met, no matter what the conversation was, it didn't bother me, because I knew there was something there that was bigger than the situation that overall made me happy. And that's the power of having these triggers in your arsenal when you're in situations, something that you can focus on. Psychologists do it with tell me about somewhere that's like a nice place. People usually say, it's a beach, and there's sand, and there's a sun, and there's a sunset. Okay, think about the sunset, think about the sea. What they're doing is they're pulling you in that situation, because you've programmed your brain that when you're on the beach, in the sun, and the sea's there, you're happy. It's something that you've programmed in yourself, because the emotions were so strong. And that's what I'm saying. If you figure out what that thing is, and we've all got it, maybe it's your dad or your mum, like I say, or your pet, or your cousin, or your child. As soon as you think of your kid's face, nothing else matters. Whatever it is you're worried about, you just realise just how small that thing is, and it removes the anxiety away, it removes the worry, or the depression, because you're thinking about that one thing that is bigger than any of it, and being able to, knowing what your trigger words are, or trigger images, I think can really will change your life, and it will keep you in check and in control of your emotions. So do yourself a favour, spend some time, and you shouldn't even need to spend some time. There'll be something that will just make you, drop everything else. If that one thing was in danger, or that one thing was, not right, you wouldn't matter who the fuck you were speaking to or what you was doing. You would make sure that you've done everything you could to make that thing better or happy, or etc. So think what that one thing that makes you happy, or have a trigger word that can calm you down, or if you know that you're an angry person, a trigger word just to remind yourself you're being angry again about something, because a lot of the time you're angry about something, and then afterwards you think, well, I was so angry about that. And the trigger word can just help, just remind you that you're being angry again, all right? Nothing you can do about it, just like last time, nothing you can do about it. It's going to be what it's going to be. You can sit here and carry on being angry about it, or you can accept it and crack on with something else. You know, put the radio on, put some music on, go and read a book, do something else, right? So figure out your trigger word, and figure out your trigger image, you know, things that just light your day up and truly make you happy. And the more you think about those things, the happier you'll be.